Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the Quack podcast. I'm your host, Spidercides, and here with me it is none other, and it's a very special guest. It's the one, the only, the Big D himself, Dovak. Welcome, Dovak. How are you today?
Hey man, I'm doing great. How about you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I've to give some context. I have a migraine right now. I have an ice pack on my forehead, but I'm in here, all right? I'm in here for the community. I'm in here for you. I don't want to disappoint the big D, all right? I don't want to disappoint
Nah,
the big D, all right?
nah.
But
We respect your
appreciate
dedication,
it.
man.
We try to do it here, and so I just got back from work, and then yeah, I was just like, damn, I got this migraine, I got this pain in my godforsaken head right now, and I'm just like, you know what, the big D needs me, all right, and I'm coming home, and I'm gonna make sure we put on a show. So first and foremost, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. Appreciate you. You're my partner in crime and Ducky World, of course, and it's something
No,
that
I want to
we
thank
put
you
together.
for. I want to thank you for inviting me, man. I appreciate it for real.
No, no, no worries, man. No, I appreciate the time. I know we've had some different guests. I know we had Skin so far. We had King Sofa. We had 1-1, which is so weird to say, but I'm gonna call him 11 from now on. And then of course now we have you. So we have a lot of great people from the community. For everyone watching the stream at home or wherever you're at, thank you so much for this constant support. I received some DMs for questions for Dovak for today.
Mhm.
Let us know the quality of the stream. If you see sound quality issues, please let us know in the chat. If everything's sounding good, let us know as well, so that way we know we're putting on a good show. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and supporting on Twitch and YouTube. On the Twitch side of things, I've actually added more emotes. So if you just follow the channel, don't even worry about subscribing. If you just follow the channel, there's actually some free emotes that you can actually use in the channel. So feel free to use that. But yeah, let's get started here. So the topics today for this podcast episode. Obviously, we want to get to know Dovak. Who is this person? And then we're going to lead into the creator circle. We're going to talk about room building competitions, right? Events in general, and then maybe a little bit on the future of Habbo Origins and where Dovak thinks he would take it. And then last but not least, let's definitely put into those questions that the community sent in. We got some from Phono, we got from Kaya, Stolp, we got a ton of community members that have put in a lot of questions, and yeah, we're gonna find out how big D is. All right, but
Uh,
but let's
yeah.
get started here. First and foremost, Dovak, let's start off by who is Dovak. Like where did your name come from? Did you play Habbo before? What brought you to Origins? Yeah, tell us about yourself. Go for it.
Let me start off with this. I'm not a millionaire, so I'm just a regular guy. The name, the name Dovak that comes from Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls. I played a lot of that, like back in the days. And you had a character called Dovak King, and that means like Dragon Ball. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna call myself Dovak King, and I was on RuneScape though, but the name was taken, so I thought, let me just shorten it, and Dovak came alive. Like that's actually the
Okay.
story about my name though.
The whole
About
time I thought
how?
I thought Dovak was your actual name. I was just like, oh, he that's his
No,
name,
no,
but
no, no. I will never use my real name in a game.
yeah, definitely not in this community.
No, for real, man. No, that will be too risky.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. We'll touch on that later on. But have you ever played Habbo before, like back in the day, or is
Yeah,
this
I
your
did
first time?
like back in the days from 2007 to 2011. After that, I quit, and I came back when Habbo Hotel Origins was announced. I was like, oh shit, I need to check this again. Like, let's see what's gonna happen if I see old friends.
And
But
did you end up seeing old friends, or did you just have to make
nah,
new ones?
nah, man, nah, man. I had to make new ones though. I made a lot of new friends.
Okay.
So you have a lot of Dutch people too in this Origins community. So
True. That is true. Like you guys have always like spoken like obviously in your own language in the rooms, and I'm just like, are they talking shit right now? Like, do we know like what's going on right now? I think I saw the name Spider in there. What is Dovak saying? You know, what is
no, no,
Dovak
no, no.
saying?
Most of the time we don't talk shit though. We
That's
don't
good.
talk
That's
shit
good.
over
And then you said you played back then. When did you start playing Habbo? Like, what was the year?
there. In 2007. In
Oh, okay.
2007, I started. It was a Dutch hotel though,
Okay.
if I
Okay.
remember correct, or it was 2007 or 2008, if I remember correct, but it's a long time ago. That was most likely just chilling, chatting, and I was always in this specific room. It was a big room, and almost most of my friends was just chilling there. So I was most of the time was there, but I can't remember the name though.
Okay. Okay. So when it came to back then, how did you hear about Habbo in 2007? Like, was it a friend that told you? Did you see an
It was
ad
a
for
friend
it?
at school.
Oh,
No, it
okay.
was a friend at school. We played together. He still plays like Modern Habbo though. I asked him about Origins. He said he was gonna join, but he never did though.
Oh, so he still plays modern.
Yeah, he still plays Modern.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
I still
Yeah.
talk to him to this day.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's awesome. I remember when I joined Origins, I ended up running into some old friends from way back in the day, and it's unusual seeing people sometimes like join this game or even play
Yeah.
modern. You know, after all this
Hmm.
time, like I know someone that has played like religiously every day since like the original date it released, like still to this moment,
Damn,
20 years later,
that's
which is
that's
unreal to me.
dedication, man.
That is
Yeah, that's
dedication
dedication.
or an addiction, one or the other. It's it's
Yeah,
one of those
probably.
things.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, I think some of the things that people here probably are wondering about you is, I know you said you're not a millionaire, and I get that. Sure, I will pretend to believe you, but when it
Hmm.
comes to your contribution to the community, you've given a lot back, right? You've hosted a lot, right? Is this something
Yeah,
that
I
you
did.
do in your daily life? Like, is this something that do you host like do you deal with events IRL, or are you is this
No,
something you
I
just always
don't.
enjoyed? Like, did you do it in
Uh,
modern? Like, what's your thing?
I do not host anything in real. I
Okay.
do work with a lot of people, like mentally disabled people. I help a lot of people too. So,
Okay.
uh, but if we start in back in the day when I played Habbo, I never done events or even built rooms. I was just a kid. I didn't have the money to buy the credits, so most likely, it was just chilling and vibing. But in real life, I do a lot of like helping people out and all the other stuff. It's just my work, what I do actually. So I thought, you know what? I just want to do something back for the community too in Habbo Origins. Because the first year was just meh.
Yeah.
Could have been better though. So I thought, you know what? I will just pick this up and I will just smash the whole hotel with all certain events like the Dragon Liars, the Last of Habbo, Build Wars, building I started off first with the building competitions because I sent you a message, one a message, love a message, pipes a message, and I asked you guys, can you guys be a judge for
Yeah.
this
I
building
remember that.
competition?
Yeah.
So it started off with that. After that, I thought, you know what? Let me do a teleport maze too. That's actually fun to see people rage, people trying to find the
I want to see people suffer.
people.
Yeah, this is my thing, you know. you might you might
Because
you might enjoy too much, Dovak. I think you enjoyed a little bit too
yeah,
much.
because I still remember the first teleport maze I've done. People were so clueless, and they were like, "Yo, where do we need to go? Like all the rooms are the same, the name is the same, the interior is the same. Like where do we need to go?" That was kind of fun to see and like fun to watch too.
Yeah, like when it came to your telly mazes, I remember doing them. I did pretty well in the first few, and then after
Yeah,
a
yeah, you
while,
did.
I'm just like, I'm done with this shit. Like
I, th-
I can't.
I th-
My
yo,
brain
I think
hurts.
you. Yeah, I think you also ended in like the top 10,
Yeah, I think
if
at
I
the top
remember
10 for
correctly.
the first 5 times. I think at the top five like 3 times in a row. I think I got
Yeah.
second place once, third place like twice. I never got first.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
overall, it was definitely a good time. Just like having a bit of challenge in the game that you don't. Let's face it, like Habbo is an easy game, right? Like
Yeah, it is.
there's really nothing challenging in this game. Like it's really turn off the brain and you're good to go, right? But
Hmm.
your telemaze, as much as as much as it's suffering in a room and trying to figure things out. It's fun. It's different. It allows people to collaborate a little bit. I wouldn't have been successful in all those mazes without a couple people, telling me to follow them, or sometimes people would follow me and I would help them. Like sometimes it's a team dynamic.
Yeah.
But when it came to all of these competitions and these ideas, did you refer to anything, or you just like slept one day, you woke up, you're like, I want to put out this idea? Like where did the ideas flourish?
Well, I think it's just automatically it was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do an event. Let's think about it. You know what? There's a lot of teleports you can use. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna put different types of teleports in, and I'm just connect one teleport to another room, and I will make like 20 rooms or whatever. Make trap rooms and all the other certain stuff, and make a teleport maze. It was just like a blink of an eye, like, boom, okay, I'm gonna do this. That's it. I didn't really like think about it, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Because when I opened the gaming section, and all I see was like a fridge game or bingo, and I was like, we need to put like a different type of game into Habbo. Like,
Yeah, like something a
let's
little bit
say,
more, like something that's out of the ordinary, like something that just stands out. I see what you're
yeah.
saying.
And I
And
always want like a lot of people to play at the same time, not like 10 people or 5 people. I just want like a lot of people to play a game at the same time. That was actually my main goal.
Yeah, and I think you pulled it off, right? Like I think at first, like it was like 50 people, and I think now you allow 100 people in the entrance. I remember you
Yeah.
changed, you got that changed later on.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I think when it came to your events, is there one that stands out to you? Like out of all the events you've hosted, like which one was your favorite? Like which one you go down, you're like, yeah,
I think my
like
favorite
which one's
one,
your favorite one? Yeah, what stands out?
my favorite one is the Last of Habbo when I asked Hannes, Geo, and some other people to be a zombie and chase after people. That was funny to watch. And
Oh, I hated that so much.
also also in one of these rooms, like they kept biting people and kicking them out. That was so funny to watch. People were raging so hard.
Oh, 100%, man,
The,
100%.
yeah, that was one of my favorite moments. Also, one of my favorite events.
Yeah, I remember your little trailers you would do. You develop some videos and
Yeah.
you would post it, and right after that, the Big D was developed. Because let's face it, Dovak was the main person, right? And then your alter ego Big
Hmm.
D came out with your rap videos after that, right? Where did that come from? Like, where did that inspiration?
From
Like, did you watch
Fred.
Eminem one day and you're like, you know what, I want to be a rapper? Like, where did it come? What happened?
Now, now I'm a Eminem fan. I listen sometimes to his raps, hip hop music. The Big D name came from friend F Highness. She called me Big D, Big D, Big D, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this name, and I'm gonna develop another character calling Big D, robbing people, not actually robbing, but as a joke,
Yeah.
shooting with the camera, not with the gun. So the Big D character came from there actually, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start making uh, music, like rap music with Big D, just making some sort of parody music involving different type of habos, hobas, and making a song out of it. That was actually how it happened.
Okay, yeah, I remember some of them. You would get everyone into a public room, and then you'd have some unique lyrics at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
obviously it wasn't your voice. Did you use, I guess,
No, no,
AI,
no,
or
no.
do you got someone else to do
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I use AI. No, no, I
AI.
use
Okay,
AI
okay.
for that. Yeah.
Now, apart from the videos and the events you've brought to the table, let's talk about the events from Sulake or Sulake, however we want to pronounce it.
I call it
Um,
too late. Yeah.
Sulek, I do Sulek as well. I think it sounds better, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So when it comes to their events, let's be the judge of them, right? What were your thoughts since the beginning and as it progressed throughout the year? Like in the past year, what events you felt like was mediocre, and then which events really stood out and you're like, you know what, finally they're on board, like talk about that.
I didn't really join one of these live events from Sioux Lake. The only event I really appreciated was the Grotto. That was one of the best. I don't know if you can call it an event, but it was one of the best events from Sioux Lake, the Grotto, with the giving out the thrones and
True. Yeah.
all the others, the subway info thingy, and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I think I could call it an event because it's definitely it is a certain type of an event, right? That takes place. So I
Yeah.
agree with you. I think that one really stood out and was very different. It was very special. I would say, like, it really made everyone sleep 3 hours every day, right? Like, because
Every day, yeah.
every day, right?
To
Like
wake up to
everyone,
claim their prizes.
right? Everyone wanted to wake up every 3 hours and just make sure they clicked and tried to get that throne, and it was the only way, right? If you
Mhm.
really committed, that's the only way you're gonna get it. If you're gonna get lucky, so okay, I like that. Now, in the beginning, what was your thoughts of the competitions, like the Olympics, the Pirates? We went into Halloween. Was there anything that stood out from you there that you're like, man, they need to get better, or like
The
what?
Halloween one was a disaster, man. The Halloween
Yeah.
month, it was a disaster. I expected bigger things actually. Uh, it
What
was
would
like
what did you wish? Like, what did you wish they did that they didn't end up doing?
like a big Halloween party, or maybe a riddle maze where you go in different type of rooms and search for clues, or do something like I don't know, like more events,
Yeah.
because I think Habbo they missed the opportunity in Halloween, because I think the users was around 500, 600 players per day, if I
Yep.
remember
Yep.
correctly.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
So that was an opportunity they missed. They could have done better, but you can't really blame them too, because they don't have really a team at that moment. It was more likely Dave and others just jumping in, jumping out, just supporting or helping him in certain ways.
Yeah, and I think that's what came to this creator circle being developed, right? I think over time, I think a lot of the staff members, and let's face it, a lot of the staff members are not even Origins focused. They just come here,
Hmm.
help a bit, and then they leave, right? They focus on their own stuff.
Yeah.
Dave, aka Mackleby, is the only one that is actually technically dedicated, and then he's like backup support for modern, right? Now, when it came to the creator circle being developed, I think it came from the community's feedback being like, man, this is rough right now. Like this is not exciting, right? When it came
Hmm.
to the creator circle itself, right? It came around a couple months ago. How has that been? Like talk about that. Obviously, it came up as an article where people can stand out, and obviously you were selected, right? And the way
Yeah.
the program works, it lasts for about 4 months, and then who knows what happens? Either they replace you or they add to you, right? Depending on what the feedback
Yeah.
is.
Hmm.
Talk about the Creator Circle. How has that been, and what's your thoughts on it?
Well, the first month was like searching for, all right, now what? I was waiting like 1 month for my phone to be delivered, but I think it was also like uh, staff had a lot of things to do too. So, and preparing events, doing the building competitions, and all the other stuff. And we have like three creators in the program. So if the three of them send an event at the same time, it's also like hard for them to go through the documents, because you have to prepare, you have to make the rooms first. When you make the rooms, you put all the information in the document and you send it to them, and they will review it. And when they review it, they send you an answer back for like, all right, can you explain this? Can you explain that? Can you do this better? Certain ways. It was more likely to give a bit of a shape, giving the program a shape. All right, so this is better to do. This is not better to do. Um, in that way, actually. Um,
So
yeah,
it was a bit of a process. And by the way, while you're in this room, make sure you wave every so often, so that way you don't get kicked
yeah,
out.
yeah. I
Um,
just waved like a
no,
couple of minutes
perfect.
ago.
So yeah, when it comes to the program itself, so what you're saying is it's a bit of a process. It's not as simple as I can do whatever I want whenever I want, right?
No.
There's a back and forth approach where you submit.
Yes.
There's
Hmm.
stages that involves. Now, I guess we might as well ask the first question here, which I'm sure some people are wondering. Do you get any perks? Like, are you getting paid? Are you getting Fernie out of this? You obviously don't get a badge,
Nothing.
right? So
Nothing.
nothing at all. So you're doing this just doing
Yes.
it. Now, how does
Yeah, I'm just
that?
doing it.
You're just doing it just to do it, right? Like, are you excited still? Do you still have that fire in you? Like, are you enjoying it, or do you
Yeah, yeah,
wish
yeah.
there's more out of it?
No, I'm enjoying it. Making the events, preparing the events. Uh, but at the end of the day, you at least expect something like a recognition of, yeah, yeah. If you know what I mean. I don't
Yeah,
want to
like
talk
something.
too openly about it though.
Yeah, like you're
You
hoping for
expect anything
something,
in
yeah.
return, like yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, yeah. Like
at the end,
obvious. I think what it comes down to, like, let's face it, like Hobas don't do anything in the game, and they have a badge. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking for anyone
Mhm.
watching. I'm obviously kidding, but when it comes to like what you've done with the creator circle itself, if you were to say like a couple ideas on how you would improve it, obviously you don't know. Like you don't know what Sulek is going to decide, right? So what would be your wish if you were to be like, hey Sulek, here are 1 to 3 things that I would do to improve this program, to take it to that next level? Like, what would be an idea for you?
That's a really good question, though. I think you know the bounty program. They
Yep.
have like certain rewards. I think I should add that into the Creator Circle program.
Okay. Okay.
I should also like as a creator program, we don't have access to the full catalog, so we can't just go into catalog and see from all right, I can get this, I can get that, because we send our friendly list to them and they deliver it into our hands. I think it might be easier for the next person or the person that will go into the program to have not full access, but at least access to the Fernie that's been released already and with certain amount of credits. And the third thing, I think the communication is getting better now, so I can't complain about that.
Good.
In the
Good.
first
So
beginning was and the first time was like waiting maybe one day for an answer back. That was like, all right. Now I send my email and I just wait one day before I get a reaction out of it.
okay. Okay. So
But
it's
now,
it's getting better. So based on like they're learning how this program is developed. Like, are you happy it started out with just one person in every hotel? Like,
yeah,
did you feel like that
yeah,
was a good approach?
I think that was the best option because if you get multiple people in it, it will be chaotic. Because in the beginning, it was a little bit chaotic. So now it's just improving. Greg, DM Avenger, and I, we also give each other some feedback. All right, what can be better in this program? So we also write it down, and I think we will also send it to the staff to see what can improve better in this program and what can be better.
Nice. No, that's good. No, and at the end of the day, let's face it, on the .com side, there's so many people that do like tons of things for the community. There's a lot to name,
Yeah,
right? Obviously, there was no question. I don't think anyone's disappointed that you got selected first. I think that makes sense. Like, I think you've done a great job for the community as well. And when it comes to the
mhm.
program, as it progresses, do you feel like it should stay one person, or do you hope that it becomes more of a team dynamic, kind of like the expert program way back in the day?
I hope it gets like a team dynamic. I don't know what so like wants. No, they can remove me or they can just add more people into the team. It depends on their decision though. But if I were them, I will just add more people into the program, like each 4 months, one person into the group. So we as the I don't want to say the leader of the program, but more of the people who gave this program a shape to explain them some certain things because they can just communicate with us in like split second instead of waiting for a message back.
True. It's not. What you're saying is they would have someone that they can reach out to. You've built the foundation. You can answer a lot of these questions, and it saves time, for the staff,
Yeah,
right? So I agree with you
Hmm.
there. I think that could be a smarter approach rather than like starting over with new people where they all have to learn and explain how things are supposed to be done. So I do hope that we do see a couple more people, at least on the .com side, just to cover more of the time zones, because I do feel like a lot of the time
Yeah.
zones do suffer a little bit, especially like where I'm from, and obviously for
Hmm.
people in Australia, like we're in both spectrums and we're not in the middle, like obviously like yourself, and I think that can help shape things in the future if we have like 2 to 3 people in the program. So we'll definitely see what comes from it. But while in the program, do you still feel the fire, or do you feel motivation to enter competitions? Like do you see a room competition and you're like, yeah, I'm excited, I want to do this? Or are you
Hmm.
tired? Like, do you feel burnt out in any way?
I'm burnt out with building rooms, but preparing events or all the other stuff that just keeps uh, that just gives me like motivation to keep going on. But building rooms for the competitions kind of just burnt me off because I'm building a lot of rooms for this for these official events, and it's like 20 or 25 rooms if I remember correctly. And I'm not too sure, man, if I should join the building competitions again, but I want
If
that
it was
bronze.
if it was up to me, you shouldn't join any competition. You're done, man. You're done. You're gonna leave the hammers. You're gonna leave the hammers to me. All
No, man,
right.
I'm still missing one hammer,
I,
man.
I I
Still
don't care if
missing
you're
one
missing
hammer.
all of them. You ain't joining anymore. You're done, man. You're finished. All right. But no,
Nah.
I think I can only imagine, like, if you're building 20 to 25 rooms, you know what I mean, how exhausting
Mhm.
that can feel, right? It's
Yeah, it
um
is, man.
it's tough. But I'll be honest with you, I do like that what you're saying, that you still feel motivated to at least develop some events for the community, right? Because as much as you might
Mhm.
be feeling burnt out to win your own reward, from their competitions, it's nice that you're still dedicated to the program that you're a part of, right? Because sometimes,
Yeah.
as you do the same thing over and over, unless you reinvent the wheel or change things up, that's when you get really excited or really flourished into your own position here, right? Because let's face it, this is
Mhm.
essentially a volunteer position, right? It is. It's
Yeah.
like a job. It's
Yeah,
like a
it
job,
is. It is. It is.
right? And the fact that you're still doing it it's honestly, it's nice and it's refreshing, especially with Greg and of course DM Avenger. Obviously, all three of you are doing what you can in the community to spice things up, and I think the
Mhm.
community would agree with me that last month, for the past, like, I think 4 weeks, you were running your team
Battle of
events.
Origins. No way you
Yeah,
forget the name, man.
it was average.
I'm...
I felt like you could do better. So I for
What? No, I'm just kidding.
I wasn't able to participate at all, so that's why I forget.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
times didn't work for me, but I know that was a
Sorry,
tough
man.
event. No, no, don't be sorry, buddy. It's a tough event to manage, right? And I know you have something else in the works as well, called the All Stars, right? So that's
Yeah, it's
exciting to see.
ready.
It's ready. So is that
Yeah.
official? Are you able to announce that right now,
I said
or is
no,
or
no,
is it
no, no.
unofficial
I
yet?
said no, I sent my idea to them, so I'm waiting for the green light. But all
Nice.
the rooms and all the other stuff, they're all ready to go. I
Okay.
just have to build the HQs, but I don't want to remove the Battle of Origins HQs. I just want them to stay as a reminder in the future if they come back and they can talk about, say, there was the room, Battle of Origins. We had a 4 weeks long event in this room, etc. So,
Yeah, so you want to
but
leave it like an imprint. You want to leave an imprint of the
yeah,
memory.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
when it came to this competition, to
Hmm.
me, what stood out the most was the trophies that you got. You
Yeah.
got into. You got developed. Now, how did that idea come to fruition? Like, like, how did you get that done, or what came from it?
I'm just gonna summon this up because I don't want to go too into details. You remember the Build Wars event,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
the
first
beginning.
week of Battle of Origins? Yeah.
Yep.
So I think there was also like maybe a miscommunication. I'm not too sure about it though, but the prizes were like the hammer trophies, and I think some people in the community, they were not happy about it. So I think they just called it back and said, "No, we're not giving hammer trophies out as a prize." So I was like, can we not give another trophy like the one we got at Christmas with the what was the trophy called with the two Habbos on each side?
Oh, the
Can we
duo
get a
trophy. Yeah.
specific? Yeah, I was like, can we get a trophy like that, or maybe just like another trophy? So they were like, we will check and we will ask in office if that's an option, and that's how it happened. Actually, that's how the creator trophy came alive, and they made that trophy from scratch, as they told me.
Okay, nice. So it never got released anywhere else. It's dedicated. It's an Origins dedicated prize now from the Critter
Yeah,
Circle team.
yeah.
Now, was there any thoughts of like putting a circle on the trophy? I just like thought when I saw that trophy, I was surprised that there was no like circle. You know what I mean? I know it's stars, right?
Okay.
Why not a
Yeah.
circle? Like or like a circle around
I
the
don't know, man.
star.
I don't know, man. They
They
just
just
went
did
with the
it.
stars.
Oh,
I
okay.
just
Yeah.
seen it. I just seen the trophy when it was done, so I didn't see how they made it or what the process was. I just seen it when it was finished and they sent, and I just seen that way. I never
Oh,
asked like, yo, why isn't this a trophy a circle? I
oh,
I
okay.
don't know, man.
I would have.
I think
I would have. I've been like, hey, where's the circle on this? You know?
no, no, man. I think no. I think the circle trophy will be like ugly, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Star Wars, the Star Trophy is way better, and I
The
like it
Star,
also.
I'm not gonna lie to
But
you. The Star Trophy looks amazing. I think it's different. I think it stands out, and I think it's nice that you can double click it and you can see where you won it. Right? Unlike a
yeah,
Hammer Trophy, let's face it, you don't know what competition that trophy came from. Right? We don't know. Right? Because
that's true.
they're not
That's true.
true. They're not quote unquote true trophies, right? So by having something like this, you have a system in place where oh, this person won that because of this or Build Wars or this or
Yeah.
that or whatever,
Hmm.
right? So I think that idea was kind of cool. Now, apart from the Critter Circle itself, right? We've talked a bit about that. Now, when it comes to room building, you've created some unbelievable rooms, right? When it came to
Hmm.
these room building competitions, you didn't win your first trophy for quite some time, right? How did you
Yeah.
feel like you kept losing over and over and over again, and sometimes not even in the top 20, right? When I built a spreadsheet recently, like your name didn't come up that often, right? Until later on, until this year, you started to get your wins in. What how did you feel about all of that?
Man, it felt like shit. I was like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Like, what can I improve myself? Like doing a better room than the previous one. Like, if I build a room, can it stand out in the top three instead of not being mentioned? So I was like, I need to improve myself, and I'm not the builder. I started building when I joined Habbo Origins from the first day. I kept I kept making rooms, building different rooms, destroying the other room, making another room. So I kept improving myself like that. So I was never a builder back in the day too. Uh, yeah, man. When I won my first trophy, I didn't believe it though. I was like, nah, I didn't know like win my first trophy because I lost faith in it. I was like, you know what, I will just make room. And the thing was, I made the room so fast. I think I made it like in a few hours. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna submit it because that was the first month of the creator program. So I had to rush my competition room to even start building the rooms for the event. So I
Yeah,
rushed
I
it
remember that.
and
Yeah.
I won a trophy. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you don't need to put time into these rooms to win a trophy.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what I just heard.
I'm,
You're telling me
I'm
that the
saying,
extra days that I did, you're telling me I'm shit. You just said a spider. You know all that extra days you took to make that shitty ass room. That's what you get. I only need a couple hours. All right. This is how you get to my level. That's what I just heard. And you're being recorded right now. All right.
oh shit, I
Uh,
got caught there.
You got caught, man. You got caught, man. No, I think you built like jokes aside. I think you built some awesome rooms. I think when it came to the dynamic of different room building competitions, I think you did make a statement. You made your own style, so to speak, right? You had a skill
Mhm,
set that people recognize, and they were always excited to look at your room. And sometimes they stole some ideas or got inspired, or whatever the case may be.
mhm.
But I am happy that you finally won one. Now I hope you
Yeah.
lose every other competition going forward. So and the
Yo,
same
I
with
didn't join the
Samia is
previous
I don't
competition,
care.
man.
I don't care. I hope you never join again. And then but yeah, no, I think you've done a great thing building and inspiring others because it's fun seeing people build in Origins compared to modern, right? Like this is a time you can be creative and you can be excited. I do feel though that the room building competitions have been I don't know how to put it, like very boring. The topics are boring. You know what I mean? I think some
Yeah.
of the room competitions were cool. Like I like the one where the Irish competition, that room competition was cool. And then
Yeah.
like a week after you have to build like a small side room, like a 104 pixel room. That
Yeah,
is
that was nice.
exciting.
Yeah.
That is different, right? I like that, right? I do feel like the briefing on a lot of the room competitions were never followed appropriately. I feel like
Hmm.
some missed the mark personally. I think it's been better here and there. Now, I presented this idea to 11 the other day. Now, would you agree with my idea, my approach that I feel that with the room competitions being a little bit boring and a little bit repetitive where I feel like you if you look at all the room competition winners, if you look at all the winning rooms, you'll actually notice a similar trend, and it's called the mirror design. You actually won one with a mirror design, and
Hmm.
I've noticed that I feel like the judge has their own preference. Like all of us, you like your own restaurant, you like your own food, you have
Yeah.
your specific style, and I feel like in order to change that up, you either have to change the judge every single time or you need to change the rule set. So personally, I don't know if you'd agree, but I think they need to make it so that way room competitions have more rules where you can't use certain items. Like I'd love to see a competition where it's like you can only build with this room, no cabin fernie, and no rares. Good luck.
I think you came with this idea like a few months ago too, like when we were talking also about the scoring system
Oh yeah,
for the room.
when I want to, yeah, I hate the. I'm not lying to you. I hate the fluff. Oh my god, I like this room. I like what you've done with it. No, I don't like. I don't care what you like. That's to me. I want like how did this person get in first place? Because if you say you like all these rooms, I'm not really learning. I'm not really. I don't know how to get better, right? So yeah, you're right. Like I developed that scoring system, and I was just like, I feel like that's how you do it, right? Like I feel like that's a good way for people to understand, okay, you know what? They had a better stacking or a better style or they fit the briefing more. To me,
Yeah,
that is better rather than being like, you're my friend. You're my friend too. You're my friend too. And it's just like, hey, like, how do we how do we improve?
I think like I read your message also like a few months ago about having two different rooms, like the bigger size
Oh,
room competition
yeah.
and smaller room size competition. I think that will be a great idea. Also for the others to get a hammer into their hands. Also for some people, they don't even have the furniture to build in a bigger room. So that will be a smart move for them to do in like two different specific building competitions, a
I
bigger one and a smaller one.
100% agree. Yeah, I think having two approaches makes sense because you're right. People don't have enough money or willing to invest a lot of money, especially in a very, I don't want to say a dead game, but a very like a game that's not popular. Let's face it. Like let's be honest here.
Mhm.
But I agree. I think having two competitions gives more variety, more opportunities for people to win a hammer, right? And I
Yeah.
think it just gets a little bit more exciting to see different styles because I hate to say it, but it's the fact that a bigger room will always look better than a smaller room.
Yeah,
Always.
because you got more, yeah, you got
You got
more
more room.
space, you can use more
Yeah.
details. Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think that's how it should work. And I see someone in the chat here, Crimson Ben. I agree with what Stronghold did with the pixel art competition. I think a different element where it's more focused, dialed in, I think it can go a long way. Right. But
Yeah.
I do understand that they don't really have the bandwidth for that. Right. So I don't know if we'll ever see an improvement in terms of that. And I agree with
Hmm.
Frankie in the chat here. I remember their bunny competition, and I hate to rag on you for this. I can't believe a pirate room of yours actually won. Two pirate rooms won the bunny competition. I thought
Nah,
you're my boy.
it was not
You'll
really a
be
pirate room, but
it was a pirate. Stop it. I stop
It was
it.
a ship. It was a
It was a
pirate
pirate
ship.
ship. Exactly. It was a pirate room. Stop it. All right. It was not Easter theme. Yes, you put bunnies out. You take out the bunnies out of the room. It's a pirate room. All right. And to me, it's not an Easter room, right? So I personally, I was just like, man, this doesn't make sense. And then they had a funny element, like in the briefing. It's like it has to be funny. It has to make us laugh. I barely laughed at any of the rooms that got selected. Someone's like, "Where's the
I
briefing?"
will give you one tip, Spider. I will give you one tip. The next competition build, you have to build a pirate room so you can
Oh my! I swear
play
to
in the
God, if I, a
hammer.
party room and a pirate room. You know what I said the other day on the stream? I'm going to build a party room in a ship, and if I win, I swear I'm
But it needs
done.
to be
Like
a pirate ship.
and it's gonna be mirrored. It's gonna be a mirror design pirate ship with a party room inside. If that room wins, I'm going to just rage on this podcast. I'm
And you
just
will
so
give the
upset.
hammer to me. And you will give
Oh,
the hammer to
absolutely.
me because I gave
You
you.
could hold
No,
it.
I was kidding. You hold it.
If that's how I win my first trophy, I don't know if I'm gonna be proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I'm gonna be proud of myself.
You
Um,
should. Why not?
no, well, I hope I win one with a room I'm proud
I
of.
hope you
Right?
do. I
Yeah,
hope you do. Yeah.
yeah. I hope one day I do win with one I'm proud of. But apart from room building itself, when it came to certain events, obviously you and I partnered up with Ducky World, right?
Yeah.
We've been friends for like I want to say almost a year now. I think since like August September. I think you and I like talked a lot more, and then we've
Yeah.
obviously talked
Probably.
like almost every day like since a year ago,
Hmm.
right? Over the
Yeah.
course of the year with all of these events, these room building competitions, these awards, all of that, how do you feel about Origins this past year? Like if you were to look back, like how do you feel? What did you like? What did you not like? Yeah, yeah, talk about that.
I think Origins improved himself in certain ways, like the fishing. It kind of killed the gaming section,
Not gonna
the
lie,
chill
fishing
chat
killed the game,
section.
man. I love
The
fishing and I love inks and I love everyone, but I feel like we don't have the population for fishing
I
because all
think
the
that will
rooms
come. It will
suffer.
come.
I hope
Maybe
so,
in the
man.
future, you never know. Maybe in the future, you never know.
I hope so, man.
The
But
I
overall
think
in
in
the
the
year,
past
like,
years,
are you happy?
from my own opinion, yeah, actually, I'm happy. Like certain communities that just stayed in the game and they didn't even leave the game or quit the game because they believe Origins can rise up like a lot, like maybe if they because I heard Origins is gonna go to Steam and
Yeah.
maybe there will coming new people from there, etc. I
So
believe, yeah,
when it comes to Steam, just to touch on that before we continue with your thought, Steam is going to happen. Everyone here knows it, right? I know Dave had mentioned it. I personally feel like the only way to be successful with Steam is to do it the right way, right? Like we shouldn't have a launcher, right? When you click in Steam, the game should just automatically open up like a traditional Steam game, right? Like that's how it should be.
yeah,
And I feel like
mhm.
if they do it wrong, where you can't buy credit, like I don't like if it goes into Steam, I don't want to ever buy credits on the Origins website. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to buy credits with Steam because that's how it's done. Right. Same with news. If I don't want to ever go to the Origins website for the news articles, all of that should be embedded in the game. I feel like everything should pop up in the game itself. And I feel like that's where I feel I'm a little nervous about the Steam release because I know it's not going to be just for Origins. It's for sure going to be for Modern as well. There's no question. It'd be a huge miss if they don't do it for both games, right? But I know that's not going to happen for. I think that's going to be a 2026 thing. I don't think it's going to come out this year. I'd be very surprised. Maybe for the anniversary in August. But you are right. I do agree that it will bring more people. But the game has to be like minimal
They have
drama.
to.
You know,
Yeah, the
like
game needs to offer something to the new people.
exactly.
So they can stay and like enjoy the game instead of walking into empty rooms or rooms with like two or three people or rooms that people are AFK and just fishing. So
Yeah, I think when it comes to the game as a free player, let's say someone new to the game that has never played before, the game itself right now is very like buy this and you'll have fun, right? Like it's a pay to win game.
mhm.
right?
It's pay to win game. Yeah, yeah.
It's a pay to win game. So I don't think, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do a lot of forecasting with my business, and I forecasted that we would be at this population like 6 months ago, right? And I
Hmm.
think I even have some DMs with you where I said that. I'm like, this is the population where we're gonna be. And I feel like this
Yeah.
game has a cap of where it can be because it's really community driven, where it is up to us. Like what Inks put together with all of these great people, like Matthew, Vincent, Rice, you and I, and a ton of us just coming together with this, like with the Happy Birthday. I think it's
Hmm.
huge. And
Yeah.
it just
It is.
proves like we need the community for this. Like let's think about it like this for a second. If you weren't in the creator circle, let's say the creator circle did not exist. All we
Hmm.
had last month was Habbowood. Now, can we wake up and say Habbowood was exciting? Yeah, it was cool making the video, but was that a good month of events? Personally, I don't think so.
I had a high expectation from Habbo, like the previous month from Sioux Lake itself. The only thing we got was like the make the movie and the building competition.
Yeah, that
But
was it. We
at the
didn't even get
same time, I'm just thinking like this: like
yeah.
Origins doesn't have like a dedicated team. Like
Hmm.
Dave doesn't have like a whole team that he can say, "All right, I'm just gonna focus on coding and all the other stuff," and you guys do like put all different type of events and origins, make the community feel welcomed and hype it up and all the other stuff. It's
Yeah.
just like people jumping in, jumping out, jumping in, jumping out, helping them out, supporting there, supporting here. So
Yeah, I do understand that, and don't get me wrong. I think having Dave being the only developer in this game is a lot. That's why I'm a little worried with fishing and any other game that we do in the future, just because that takes a lot of time to really perfect and really manage, right? And I feel like other things, and I
yeah, it
know
does. Yeah.
Dave was very sassy with me today. I don't know if he was joking around or if he was being a dick to me, but like he knows I'm upset about the Easter Theater Dome. I know
Yeah,
he knows.
he was like, shut up,
He
you should
Yeah,
hear
he
from
called me out like
everything.
3 times today. Like he responded to me and then he tagged me. Like I'm at work and this guy tags me saying like, "Oh, Spider's gonna be upset if we remove the Easter dome." Like I'm like, are you giving me attitude right now? Like what's going on here, right? So I know he's maybe offended that I've brought it up so many times, and maybe he's watching the podcast. But I've been disappointed because I feel like some things drop the ball, and if you want a community to really be invested and be happy, we got to cover those loose ends. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the
Yeah.
theater dome, like it's still Easter, like come on, right? And I'm glad we got some updates today. Like I get it. Like we got the welcome lounge back, amazing. We got the fishing category, awesome. Like there's things in movement which I'm happy about. I know he's trying. And Dave Mackleby, if you're listening, I know you're trying. But I feel like I come from the corporate world. Like I work for a very big company in the world,
Hmm.
and there are ways to get things done. I don't care what anyone says. There are ways to get things done, and I don't think there. Again, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but I think more can be done, and I think that's the bottom line, right? And that's why, like with the
Yeah.
fishing, like you said, it's exciting, it's fun, but I'm a little worried. Like with fishing, how long? Like what level did you get to? Like have you continued? Have you stopped? Like where are you
Me,
at?
I think I'm at like level 57 or something.
57.
I,
God,
bro,
woo.
yeah. I
I'm at
just keep
53,
fishing
bro.
for the.
You auto clicking bastard. I got you
Oh
recorded,
shit!
bro.
I got
Hey,
no,
report
no.
his ass. Report his ass.
I'm gonna get banned right now.
I'll be honest. The fishing is all right. I know everyone's afraid to talk in the public room because no one wants to get
Yeah, they will
banned.
get banned. Yeah, they will get banned for it.
um.
Imagine if I go with my creator circle
Oh
account
my
there
god.
and
Imagine.
I talk in certain way and I got banned, bro.
Oh
That
my
would be
god.
funny. That
I
would be
would.
funny to see
I would
actually.
laugh at you so hard. I would laugh at you so hard, man. But yeah. I think the fishing was cool. Did you ever get the badge?
No,
Yeah, me
I
neither.
didn't.
Me neither. How about a bottle? Any bottles?
Nah, nothing, man.
Yeah, see, Dave enjoys
Zero.
shit, man. He should be giving us bottles and the badge. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just spawn it into our hands, man. Like
Hey,
10
okay,
bottles
hey.
instantly.
I know everyone's listening, and I know I joke around a lot, but can we be honest for a second? Less than 0.1% at a chance to win a bottle is ridiculous. That's
Yeah, it
ridiculous.
is.
Can I just say, like the fish bottles to win it? It's the fish bottles. For anyone wondering, there's 10 bottles that you can earn on your account by fishing. There's a less than a 0.1% chance to getting one bottle. That is the most ridiculous odds I've ever heard of in any game. You know what I
I think
mean?
maybe
So
yeah, I think the reason behind that is I'm not sure though, is to keep people like keep
engaged, like
them busy with fishing. Yeah,
yeah,
when
but
they
the
reach
problem
level
is
99, like Eugene, keep them like
yeah,
fishing
but I
for the
think I think
bottles.
Eugene only got one bottle at reaching 99. Like that doesn't get people
I think
excited. I
so.
think you need to get that like spark, right? Like you gotta like it has to be like 5%. You need to be able to be like, oh my god, he got it. Oh my god, he got it. It's like opening like Pokemon cards. If they open a Charizard and that person opens a Charizard, you're like, oh my god, like I want to try now. But if no one's getting it, you're like, well, what's the point? Does this even
Yeah, like how many
exist?
bottles are there in the game right now? Like four
Oh
or five
man.
of them?
I think in .com alone, I think we have maybe 12 now in total.
Oh, 12. All right.
I think it's 12. I think we got 10. Yeah, I think 10 was in the beginning because that was a glitch, and then I think like two more since Dave found out it's a glitch, right? And I
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
think that's like I get it. Like I understand the approach, and I know it's a big. I know we're going the right direction. I just feel like sometimes we go a little too fast, or we don't get feedback, right? Like again, and the negative 0.1% is too low to provide engagement. And that's coming from me
Mhm.
who works for a business that is all about engagement. It's all about percentages. It's all about numbers, right? So it's a
Yeah.
little bit disappointing, but I know he's a dev. He's not going to be the mastermind, right? He doesn't have the help that he
Mhm.
needs. So again, if Dave, if you're listening, I respect you, but put back the Habblewood Theater Dome for the love of God. Remove the Easter room from the public
I'm
space.
not. No, no, I think he removed that.
Well,
I
you
think
did?
he removed it.
Don't
Yeah,
lie to
he did.
me.
He did.
Don't lie to
No,
me.
no, you can check it out. You can check
All
it
right, I'm
out
gonna check
again.
it. I'm gonna check it right now. Live on.
Apologize to
Oh,
Dave
he
right
put the
now.
regular one.
Apologize
He
to Dave
put
right.
he put the right. No, I'm
Yeah.
upset. He told me he was gonna put the other one. No, see now
No, he
he's
just put the regular one
now
with it.
now he's talking shit to me. See, this is he's doing that on purpose. Oh my god, I'm gonna
No,
like.
no,
He's not ready, man. He's not ready. I'm gonna write down a nice message to him after, but
he's not ready to catch these
he's gonna
hands.
catch these hands. I've got the big D next to me. I got my bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go talk to him. um,
Okay.
now, as we continue, like the other things I wanted to like talk about as well is the future, right? Like where do you hope it goes from here? Like, what's if you were to envision origins for the next year? Like, what's your dream? What's your hope? What ideas do you have? Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's a really good question, though. I think Sulek needs to get a team from themselves, like a dedicated team on Origin specifically, without jumping to Modern or other or the Hideaway Hotel. Specific Origins dedicated team, like pulling out a lot of events, engaging with the community, uh, like wandering around in the hotel, visiting rooms of specific or I mean random players, talking with players, etc. I think a lot needs to be done
yeah, a
though
lot of
to get
investment.
at that point. Yeah,
Yeah, and I know we had
you know,
Littleman.
I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, we got Littleman.
Yeah,
I want to see
but
Origins grow though, but
yeah, I want to see it grow too. And Littleman, by the way, for anyone listening, is just a fill-in for Elsewhere. Elsewhere is on vacation for the next week, and Littleman's actually been in the company for over 5 years. But she works with mainly Hotel Hideaway, which brings in a lot of money for Sioux Lake, as well as she helps on Modern. So we probably won't see much of her after this week because she'll be focusing on her own position. But I agree with you, man. I feel like having a dedicated team, or at least a couple people, like a community manager, someone that talks with the community, because Dave should
Yeah,
just focus on developing and not
yeah,
communicating, right? Because I do agree. I feel like he gets a lot of hate. You know what I mean? I feel like he gets a lot of backlash. I know his DMs is intense. You know what I mean? There's a reason why he doesn't
mhm,
respond to a lot of people in general, because he doesn't want to look at his inbox, right?
yeah. I
So
know.
I think that's the tough one. But is there, like, in terms of like rares, like every week competitions, do you want to see more of it? Do you want to see less of it? Like, is there a new idea you hope they bring? Like, do you want Snowstorm to come? Like, I know a lot of people have brought that up, or do you want to
Yeah,
see it
man,
something new?
Snowstorm needs to come. Yeah, yeah. I want that to come, man. That's a lot of fun to do. Snowstorm is also one of my favorite games I played back in the days. So I love that. Man, I hate Battle Ball so hard, man. It's annoying. I hate it. I even I even got DK and I got out of the top 40, so I lost my bronze dragon. But
Don't
it
worry,
is
man.
what it
I
is.
was 3 spots away from getting the badge and the nameplate. I was just like, there's no way. Like, there's no way he cucked us like this.
Wait.
um,
Let me flex with my real quick. 1 second. There you go. Okay,
what do
see
you
it on
flex?
stream too.
Let me see.
Just re-click me.
Oh, I see you. You're one of those, eh? You're one of those, huh?
Got my Battle Ball badge on.
I see you. I see you.
I want to see Snowstorm back. I think that will be. I think that will be great to do, also in some sort of competition way. But I hope this time they get their shit together with the points and DK and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I think what it comes down to, it's and I don't think the badge is going to update on stream because I ended up, I always pulled down the window for Habbo, so I'm glad it's not going to show up on the
Oh,
stream.
okay.
So it's just going to show your
Oh
pirate
shit.
badge, which is good. You
All
could
right,
keep
I'm
it like
gonna
that.
put
You
my
could keep your
pirate badge
you could keep your shit behind the scenes, all right?
I can keep
I
it
don't
hidden.
I don't want to see that shit anywhere, okay? All right. So let's dive into, like, obviously we both agree we want to see the game, go up to that next level. I do believe that we won't ever reach more than 500 players. If we get lucky, maybe 1,000 max, but I think that's it. Like, there's so many other games that are going to be taking people's time away. Like, let's face it right now.
Yeah,
GTA
yeah.
6 is going to become the most popular game of
Oh
all
man,
time. And I know
if
you're
that
going to
comes
play it
out, you
and
won't
I'm
see
playing
me.
it. Oh, you won't see me either.
Yeah.
I'm gone for a few weeks, bro. I'm playing that game,
I will
right?
be gone for a few months, bro.
Oh, 100%. Like, that game is the future. Like, that is, I cannot wait for that. And that's going to come out obviously on PlayStation and Xbox first. And then the year after is on PC. So you won't see me again because I'm going to get it on PC. You know what I mean? So I do hope that the game gets better, but it's only going to get better with investment. Because if it's just one person running it, we're just going to be in that situation where we just have to expect, like, it is what it is. And I wrote that today, and I know it
Yeah, it is
upset
what it
Dave.
is.
I know
Yeah.
Dave wasn't happy when I said that, but I am worried that we're in that stage where we just do updates, and then when things break, now we fix it. Like, we're not proactive, we're reactive. And I think if we're
Mhm.
proactive, we can be happy with the community, we can get a little bit more excited, you know what I mean? And I think that's what we
Yeah.
need from management, because when I run my business, I have to think ahead. You got to think 5 steps ahead, right? Like, okay, if we do this, what's the repercussion? What will happen if this happens, right? And I feel like
Yeah.
that's the misstep. And they need to treat Origins more than a game, but a business, And I know
Mhm.
that's weird to say, because obviously it is a business, so to speak, but I think they need to treat the game like a business where they think about us more like a client rather than a player. Because the way I think about that is, a player plays the game and has a good time, but a client is investing. It's putting their money into it. And I feel like we need a different approach where they listen to us even more. Right? Because I think right now they just look at us like players, like, they just play the game, like we can do whatever we want. But I think if they think that, hey, you know what, they're putting a lot of money and time into this game, they're more like a client, especially a lot of us that have stuck around because we're dumb or addicted or whatever our reasoning are, or we're just blinded
Mhm.
with hope that this game achieves greatness. but yeah, I know you and I were probably in this to the end. I played modern like consistently. I'm a modern guy, originally, and obviously I'm on Origins. You don't play modern at
Yeah.
all, right?
No, 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 I don't mind. It's just too much stuff going on, popping up messages and all of this stuff. No, man, I can't play that game. It's just
Yeah, it's tough.
too much stuff going on at the same time.
You know what? Anytime you want to come to modern, come to my room so I can brag a little bit to you to show you what I got. Then I'll feel then that way I can feel better about myself. And then for people in the chat, I have a question here. Like, where am I from? I'm from Canada. I'm from Canada, so that's why I don't have an accent like Dovak here.
It was fair. Do you speak French as well?
No, I do not speak French. I do understand it, but I don't speak French. No, no.
I got
I'm
a
as
few
white as
friends
gets.
from Canada though, and they speak French.
Okay,
So
cool.
I
Yeah,
think
I have some friends that speak French. I lost it as I got older,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, I hope the game gets better. I hope.
Just
All right, one
like
sec.
loading.
All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, everyone, refresh. All right, I think we're good. I think we're safe. All right, are we safe, chat? Are we safe? Well, we back. All right, we back. No,
We
so
bet.
by the way, that was Twitch because Dovek and I were still talking, so that's not on me this time. But yeah, no, I think as I was saying, I do hope that the game gets to that level. But one thing I want to do is ask you some questions from the community, right? So we have
Oh
some
shit.
questions here. So let's get into it.
Mhm.
Let's get into like some tough questions for you. So first things first is from Xtal. All right, and
Mhm.
he asks, why do you love Habbo so much?
What a tough question, man. I don't know
What?
how to answer that, to be honest. I think the main reason why I love Habbo is making other people smile and happy with events, giving out prizes. I think that's my main goal why I play Habbo and why I love Habbo that much, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
just in
I also
general.
love building rooms too. So that's also one of the reasons I love Habbo. I also love Minecraft too because you can build there as well.
So more on the creative side, that's what you enjoy most, like just being
Yeah,
your own. Okay.
I'm just doing my own thing.
Now the next question I have is from Stolp, and she asks, "What do you think the next coming year of Habbo Origins will look like? Like, if you were to just close your eyes and predict the future, what do you see a year from now?"
Oh shit. Um, I think a dedicated group. I mean, a dedicated team for Origins. Player count going above 200, 300, up to 500, 600. That's what I see in the next year. I think a lot of events from Sulek himself too, as well, from the team, and some extra people into the program where the creatives program, having multiple people from different time zones.
Uh,
Yeah, that's it
I,
actually.
I like that. I like that. I have Frankie here to ask a question. What Fernie line would you like to see added next?
Not the fruit tree. Let me specific say that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. I think the what's it called? Abraham, the Ahrabam or something like the one that
Oh
Sunya
yeah,
always talks about.
Alhambra. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I
I
want to see
think that
Tiki
will be
Fernie, man.
nice.
Tiki
Oh
Fernie
yeah,
is what.
Tiki, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I
Tiki for the
need,
movie.
man.
Yeah,
Tiki Fernie forever. Like my survivor rooms would like. Oh, I just can't wait. Like that's what I want.
yeah, that will be nice to see actually. Yeah.
Executive is another good one. Yeah, I agree. I
And
100%
also,
agree.
I want my favorite Fernie cabin. I want the cabin Fernie line back in the catalog, like as permanent.
I know you like this cabin Fernie. You just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, man. I love to build with these Fernie.
It does look good. It looks real, like when you're creating like a building, right? So
Yeah,
I
it
agree.
does.
I agree. It's more exciting. Now I have a question from Fano, and Fano asks, does it happen that you feel unmotivated some days to do Habbo events? And if so, what do you do or say to motivate yourself? So you mentioned earlier that you do still feel motivated to create events. What do you like? How do you stay motivated? Like, what is it?
It's more likely like people are waiting for me to do these events, so they already prepared themselves to come in this room and to participate in this event. So that's also one of my motivation to keep going on and to like provide. I don't know if that's the right word to
Yeah, yeah.
choose, but
To
provide
satisfy
an event
people,
for
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Like it's kind of you just want to make people happy. I think at the end, what it
Yeah,
comes down to.
I just don't want to disappoint them and saying like, "Yo, today the event's canceled" or something like that. I did that
Yeah,
like few. I think I had the riddle maze for a happy birthday.
yeah,
I couldn't make it because I had a barbecue with family and they invited me, so I had to go there because everyone was going. So I felt like I need to cancel it, but there's something else. Something else is going to happen instead of that. I will make it for you guys.
nice, nice, nice. Caring for the people. Now I have Fano asking a second question. Who is your favorite Habbo staff member and why?
Oh man, I think also wears one of my
Also,
favorite
yeah, yeah,
stuff now. Yeah,
yeah,
because when I send him a message, he just insta replies, and I love that of him. And he can always help me out in certain ways, certain things. Like
yeah.
the
Oh,
Cake Wars event, I had like a capacity of 75 people, and I instantly messaged him, "Hey, also can you up the capacity to 100?" And he instantly did it. So
yeah, also wears is one of my favorites. Today, yesterday was Maccabee, then after today in Discord, I don't know if I like him anymore. I'm saying, he puts a regular. I won't get into it. Next question from Fano is both your best nostalgia Habbo memory from NL and Origins. What's your best memory, I guess, in Habbo in general? Like, what memory stands out
snows.
to you?
It was. I can't remember the year though, but it was like at a certain time they removed Snowstorm, and after that they added it back. So a lot of people came back specific for Snowstorm, and that was one of the nostalgia moment of my life in Habbo. Let me say it like that.
And then, what's your favorite memory of Origins so far in the past year
My favorite moment.
or memory?
I
Yeah.
think the first room I've built. I had the screenshot, but I can't find it anymore. It was like a lot of HD sofas, and the cola machines, and the and all the other stuff. Like the first week of the second week. Sorry, because I came in this game the second week. I couldn't
Right.
make it the first week. The second week I made my first room, and yeah, that actually.
Now, I got a few questions from Kaya here. Kaya asks, um, wh- "What's with your look?
What's with my
your
what?
look, your look, like the what
Oh, my
you're
look.
homeless, you're
Okay.
homeless looking person right here. He says pirate look, but it's not a pirate look. It's a homeless look. What is this look?
It's maybe because of the eye patch I'm wearing right now. Maybe that's why it
Yeah,
said the pirate look. I don't know, man. I just did like randomly choose like my clothes, and that's it. Actually, there's not a backstory or something else behind it.
gotcha,
I
gotcha. It's a
just
little, it's
love
iconic
the
now
way
at
I
this
look.
point. Now everyone expects it,
Yeah, it
right?
is.
So,
Or maybe
do
pick
you,
B. I can change B too. So
um, Kaya also asks, what was your most favorite event you hosted? I think you mentioned already was The Last of Us.
yeah,
Yeah,
the less fable. Yeah.
The Last Habbo, yeah. And then question number three: do you want to extend your creator circle? I know you mentioned like you're okay if Sue like decides, but do you want to
I am
stick
not the one
around?
that decides.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not the
not
one
the
that
one that
decides, but do you
decides.
want to
I
like
would love to see, yeah, I would love to see more people into the program, but one at a time, not like 3 or 5 times. And just like 4 months, another person joins the team, and maybe after that, 4 months again, another person joins the team.
Yeah, but you'd be happy. You'd want to stick around. You're like, I want to stay in this. I want to do this
I
long
would love to
term.
stick around, to be honest. Yeah,
Gotcha.
why not?
Gotcha. As long as it keeps you out of those room competitions, I like that idea. So fantastic. I appreciate you. Um, question number 4 from Kaya is, what is your opinion on the low player base, on the low player count, and how will it affect Origins in the future? So we're right now around averaging 300 people. Let's face it, about 100 are AFK, right? So let's say 2 to 300 people. How does that make you feel? And if that stays like that, how does it affect the game long term?
I think in long term it will affect the game a lot. Like, I think because at certain point there will be a time you will stop playing Habbo. We are above our 25 or 13, so I think for me personally, it doesn't really affect me, to be honest, because I just chill in my own room privately. I don't go to a lot of different rooms. Only if there's an event going on, I will just go and check what's going on, or go to fishing rooms and just do my fishing. Um, for me personally, it doesn't really affect me, the low player base, because when I do event, a lot of people come to the event, so
Okay. Okay.
it doesn't
So
really
if
it,
there's
it doesn't
something
really
happen,
affect me in a certain way.
okay. So no matter what the player count is, you're in it to the end. Like you're just here to
Yeah,
grind
I'm
it
in it to
out.
the end. It
Okay.
is what it is. I will just go to the till the end. And if they decide to close the hotel down, that's it. And we will
Okay.
say bye and we will continue with another game.
Sounds good. And then in terms of the game itself, how much money have you spent? How many credits have you bought? If you were to like estimate in your mind, if you were to say like I got this many credits out of the year, like do you
I
even
think I
know?
tweeted about that like a few months ago. I
Oh,
did
I think I
tweet
remember that
about
tweet. I
that.
think it was around Christmas time you
Yeah,
tweeted that out.
yeah, I think so. If I say, because I use also different accounts, like the builders accounts to give out
True.
the building competition trophies, and certain other accounts to give certain trophies and buy the prizes from that. Because sometimes I just had it on my Dovak account, so I couldn't buy credits anymore. So I had to use another account for that.
Yeah,
I'm certain.
I've done the same with
Yeah.
trophies. I have a few like alt accounts. Like I've given trophies throughout last year. Actually, some that you have that you don't even know it's me, which is kind of funny. But I own a
Oh
lot of
shit, for real?
accounts. Yeah, yeah, for real. Like for real, for real. Like I seen it in some of your rooms, and I was like, oh shit, he probably doesn't know that's me.
Why don't you
So
just tell me?
no, I don't tell anybody. I just do it just
Okay.
to make people happy, right? But yeah,
Okay.
how many credits have you gotten? Like if you're to estimate, like are we thinking like 100,000 at this point?
I don't know, man. I just for real, I don't know. I think I spent around like 5 or 6K in total on
Woo-wee.
this game. That includes prizes and the furny I'm using to build the rooms.
Damn. I guess you're happy that you're saving money being the critter circle. Now you can build the rooms without actually spending money
Yeah, man.
anymore, huh?
That saves a lot, like a lot of money. It
Oh,
does.
that's no, that's it. That's whatever helps at this point. Because I know like building rooms like that and giving prizes, that's a lot, man. That can break the
Yeah, it
bank, you
is.
know. And then I have a
Not
question
my
here.
bank,
Yeah,
but no, I'm just kidding. I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
yeah. Yeah. Skykira asks, why does he always shoot everyone with a camera? With a camera? With a camera?
Yeah, with the camera to take pictures. Let
To
me
take
see.
pictures. Okay,
Take
you just want
pictures.
to have
Yeah.
memories. You just want to have memories.
Yeah, I just want to have memories, and that's it, actually. Now, that's just the character of Big D, like uh, shooting people with the camera, of course,
Of course, of course.
loaning items, loaning furnies, not robbing people, but loaning. So, stuff indeed, he says.
Now, out of all the rares that have been released, what's been your favorite rare?
uh, I think, wait, let me look up which. I don't really have a favorite rare at this point.
Do you have a
I
favorite super rare
think
at all? Like, are you a throne guy, Tepo guy, hammer trophy guy? Like,
no, I'm more likely a Hammer Trophy guy.
okay,
I'm just missing two things. This is the Bronze Hammer Trophy
uh huh.
I'm not gonna say what the second one is because I want to keep it secret till I get it. If I get it, I will reveal it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just keeping that in between me.
Or you could tell me after offline. Um, um,
But if I'm out to say my favorite rare at this moment is, I think, can I use Funky Friday
yeah, of
for the
course.
two?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the zombie bunny was my favorite one.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that one was a good one. Not gonna lie to you. That one was a nice one.
Yeah,
I did enjoy
I
that.
got a lot of them in my storage room. I think I donated like 20 of them for Ink's birthday party, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that one is a fun one. I will say the Funky Friday for Halloween was, they had some good ones. They had some good ones. So it was better than last week's Funky Friday, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just
Yeah.
disappointed I missed these Mets like in different colors because I was on holiday
Oh yeah.
at that week, and
I
I missed a
I
lot of colors of that.
I will always miss the doormats, bro. I will always miss it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. All right. So let's close it out here with just a final more questions. Do you want to give any shout outs? I know you mentioned it to me before. You wanted to give us some shout outs for some people?
Yeah, I don't know, some girl just DM'd me and begged me for shout out. I think if I remember her name correctly, it was Victoria or something. I can't remember right now, but shout out to her. She kept like begging for shout out. I was like, okay, okay, chill, chill. I will just do it. Shout out to my boy Frankie, to Sumia. I think Sumia is like the number one builder in Origins at this point.
At this
Shout out to
point,
her.
I think she's paying to win. I think she pays Sulek to actually win all these competitions. I don't know about you, man, but I'm just kidding.
She is like a really good builder.
No, she's
Shout
good.
out to Proxy, my boy too.
Yep.
Shout out to Bob Barker. Shout out to Frankie, to Jörg, Kaya, and all the other community, Skykera, Active Girl, 1111. Sorry, and yeah,
All right. Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. A lot of good people out there in the community.
yeah.
I think you named the whole community in .com, which is so. Thank you for that. Um, and then we have 19 in the chat. Well then, in terms of any comments that you have for the community, like any last words, like what can they expect next? Do you have any sneak peeks of what's to come? Yeah, any last words for the community?
Um, be prepared for Habbo All Stars. There will be a twist because there will be a final where only 4 people can participate, and I will reveal more about that when I get a green light for the event. It will be something similar like the Battle of Origins, so it will be group based again, so everyone can participate at the same time. Yeah, I don't want to reveal more. I'm just waiting for the
Perfect.
green light for Sule
It
to tell me to.
That's a
Yeah,
good tease, man. That's a good tease.
yeah,
That's exciting. That's exciting.
it
We
is.
got
It is.
confirmation that Dovak will not be entering any more room competitions, everyone. So
Oh, wait,
congratulations.
what?
He's gonna be busy making rooms for everyone else. So that's good. No, but finally, Dovak, thank you so much for taking the time. I know we've been planning this for a little while, and we have tons of guests in the list for Ducky World, and it's been a pleasure being not only your partner in crime in our little community that we have, and but it's been a great privilege being your friend and being someone that we can talk to and share ideas and try to make something of this game and get excited. So I just wanted to say I appreciate you and thankful that you considered being on this podcast, man.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, man. It was fun to do this podcast, even though I was kind of nervous because of my English. I was kind of scared you were gonna use some words I wouldn't understand, like hard words. Like I was like, all right, what is he talking about right now? But everything went smoothly, so I'm happy. Like
Yeah,
because it's
I'm glad you understood me because I didn't understand a word coming out of your mouth. So it's
oh
as long
shit.
as I'm kidding, I'm kidding. No, man. Yeah, no worries. I'm glad you had a good time. I know this podcast can be a little bit nerve wracking for others. Now, for everyone watching, thank you so much for spending the time out of your busy days wherever you're at, whether you're watching this live or watching this after it's been recorded. Thanks for taking the time to just be here, listen to Dovak, ask your questions as well, and I hope you have been enjoying this podcast experience. This is our fourth episode. We have tons more people on the list. We have Proxy on the list actually, so Proxy will be one of the future
Oh,
guests as
for
well. So
real?
we have Inks on the list as well, so that's
Alright,
someone else
yeah.
that's gonna be huge and ready. So I'm excited to hear their thoughts with what they bring to the game, which is very different. And then who knows what we have with my pre-recorded interview with a very special guest, which I'm just editing the video. For anyone wondering why it's taking so long,
Oh man.
there's two reasons. Number one, it has to go through legal, so it has to go through a protocol just to make sure nothing gets leaked. That was said on the podcast. So number one, it just has to go through an approval process, and number two, I want to make the video a little bit more exciting. So right here, we're in the room, we're chatting, we're sitting table, chair to chair. In the recorded video, I want to add some like B-roll. So like when the person talks about, let's say, Battle Ball, I want to show a video of Battle Ball. So that way you're watching a true YouTube video experience while listening as well. So it's taken me a little while just to edit the content. Obviously, I'm not feeling 100% today, so I'm doing my best with this migraine that I have. But I hope I faked it really well. So for anyone watching, I
Yeah,
hope I
you did.
didn't. Hopefully I did a good job here. But yeah, again, everyone, thank you so much. If you have any guests that you recommend or any people that you want to see on the podcast, feel free, reach out to me. I know I've received some DMs that I'll review. I'm not going to let just anyone on the podcast, but I'd love to review just to see what makes sense. Dave podcast could happen very soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So who knows what can come from that? Maybe Dave and I will argue live on the podcast about the Easter Dome and him not putting the Habbo Dome in the game, but that's fine. That's between him and I. But
That would be fun, yeah.
but yeah, please follow the channel. If you follow on Twitch, there's actually some free emotes that you can actually utilize in other servers. So I don't care if you subscribe or not. Like personally, I don't need the money. But if you want to subscribe to support the channel as well as get emotes, go for it. If not, just follow. Share the content with your friends so that way more people can see it. And then obviously join the Ducky World Discord. It's run by Dovak and I, and obviously Bob Barker is a part of that experience as well, who's been a huge help to us. And then we have awesome partners in crime like Haber or Haber. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Haber.
Yeah, I think
But
it's other. Yeah.
I think it's Haber as well. So tons of great people. And of course, T is a part of that group as well. So I appreciate everyone in the Ducky World community, and I appreciate everyone here supporting the content that we have. Feel free to follow, subscribe on YouTube, share the channels. And yeah, this was episode 4 with Dovak. Thank you everyone for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time. Take care.